Okay, to measure for your slipcase, what I like to do is I like to draw it out. Um, and I set up a block or something along those lines from the spine to the foredge of the boards, and I measure that exactly. Uh, I'll look for a better marker in a little bit, but yeah, maybe that one. Exact slipcase size. Head to tail, I'm sorry, spine to foredge, I'm at 6 3/16. And this is for my spine. This is open. All right, I'm gonna turn this around and I measure head to tail. Head to tail, I am at 8 7/8. Okay, now that I have my measurements, I'll measure my height. The way I do that is I actually set a flat edge, and I'll do this on both so you can see a flat edge to flat edge, just like that. But I'm just using the tabletop, so get rid of one of my blocks. But your spine is a smidgen wider than the rest of your book, so I actually set this up on my spine, just like that. And I go to the table, to the bottom of my block, which exact measurement will give me 1 11/16. So that is 1 11/16. All these markers are dead on me. Guess I'll just use a pen. Okay, so now that I have all my measurements, what I'll do is I'll draw this here for you. Looking down on my cut pieces, this is the base, which is this piece right here. A, B. These are going to be A and B are the same. This wall, my short walls, my two short walls, and my long wall are going to sit on top of my base. Okay, so that means my walls are going to sit here and here. So that means these measurements here need to fit within these walls. So my book needs to go inside these walls. Okay, so my board, being the thickness of about 1/8 of an inch, what we're going to say is 8 7/8 is going to be here, plus 2 boards thickness. Okay, 6 3/16 is going to be here, plus 1 board thickness. This is going to be my spine here. So the book is going to slide in this direction. Okay, so my height of my book, 8 7/8, plus 1/4 of an inch, is going to be 9 1/8. And this is an exact measurement, right? And we're going to need a little bit more room. So exact is going to be 8 7/8 plus 1/8 on one side plus 1/8 on the other side. That's going to be 9 1/8. The width of my book from my spine to my foredge is going to be 6 3/16 plus 1/8 of an inch, or 1 board thickness. That's going to be 6 5/16. my spine is going to stay the same. 1 11/16. Okay, now that's a snug fit. So I'd like to leave about a 1/16 on both sides, or a little bit less. So what we can say is, let's just allow 1/8 of an inch just to give us some room. So now my actual board pieces are going to measure 1/8 all around. So we're going to say this is going to be 9 1/4 by 6 5/16, 6 7/16, by 1 11/16. We don't have to allow an 1/8 of an inch, but we can do a little bit less. So 11/16, we'll just say 3/4 plus. So we'll just say, let's just give it the room, 1 13/16. You don't have to allow that much room, but that's how you're going to measure your book, okay? Or the box for your book. What I'm going to do next is I'm just using pre-cut sizes. They're not exact size, but I'm just going to show you the construction of it. And then I'll do that in the next step.